Hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. My son Kyle, Deputy Ferrone. Go ahead, Kyle. Take us into this. No, I'm teasing you here, but we're talking about the VIDA program, and you just finished doing 16 weeks of the VIDA program. Tell us what were those 16 weeks like? What did they have you do?
There was a lot of I really liked all the guest speakers. Like every single one of them was like really solid. Like there was no guest speaker that was boring. Or else
some of the guest speakers now have become regulars here at the station. They were so powerful.
Yeah, they're really good. And then as far as like Wednesdays was, at the beginning it was more physical, and then as it like fourth week started, we started doing like drill, like marching, stuff like that, which was, after we got that down, it was actually really fun.
You're saying Wednesdays, what happens is after school on Wednesdays from 4 to 6, you went up there and you had 2 hours of group time on Wednesdays. Then Thursday night is parent night. We'll talk about that in a little while. Saturday is your full workout day from early morning to mid-afternoon.
Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 hours on Saturdays. And that was hard at the beginning for a lot of the kids because most of them weren't like physically fit. But as it got later and later in the 16 weeks, everyone started being able to do more. So that got really fun. Everyone started to like bond more and just become more of a team.
And we say everyone, how many kids were in the program?
I think we started out with like 40 plus, and then after like the first couple weeks, wean a lot of kids out. I think after the first couple weeks there was like 35 of us, and then I think only 31 is
31 or 32 graduated.
31 made it all the way through.
And you had a few women in there too, so
there were two girls in there
who made it through, and one we've talked to since, and she's doing awesome. Yeah. So you went through the 16 weeks. They divide you up, and then you took on a leadership role. What was that like?
I was guide, which is like the highest rank, I guess, if you put it into ranks. And then there were 3 squad leaders, and then in each squad there were probably like 10 to 12 people. So I was basically had to lead the whole entire. I had to lead like 30 plus kids. So it was kind of like it was kind of weird at first for me, but I think just having like Ryan always being that way.
Your older brother.
Always being that way, it helped me out a lot, and I learned a lot from like being there and consistently like helping people and consistently like telling people what to do, like keeping them on track. So that was really cool. And then at the end of the 16 weeks, there's something called the VIDA games, which is like each VIDA site against every other VIDA site in LA County. So there was like 8 VIDA sites, I think, plus us there, and we got first place.
And Santa Clarita's had first place how many years in a row?
I think there's been 10 VIDA games, and we've won 8, and we came in second the other 2. So that's something we're very prideful about. Other VIDA sites have called us the Yankees of VIDA. But you know what? It's not about one person at the VIDA site, Santa Clarita. It's about the fact that we have people that have been here for years. They put in the time, and they really care about it. And the kids, a lot of them have never won anything, and they're nervous and scared and excited at the VIDA Games Day, and some of them never had that experience. And to win something, we're proud for them. And it's all the kids that day. We give them the preparation and we send them out. There's 3 components. There's a knowledge portion, there's a close order drill portion, there's a physical training portion, and we actually won each portion. Those scores are all combined, but not only did we win the overall, we won each one of those portions also. So our kids did a great job.
If you're just tuning in here on AM 1220 KHTS, we're talking with Deputy Ferrone, Santa Clarita Valley Sheriffs, my son Kyle, Carl Goldman here, talking about the VIDA program, the Sheriff's VIDA program. And we mentioned earlier in the show that Kyle came into the program because of anger issues. Certainly there were some kids there with drug issues. What else? It's really a mixture, isn't it?
One of the least favorite parts of the 16-week for the kids are the random drug tests. So I believe out of the 40, the first week we had 13 or 14 that failed the drug test. You will not graduate if you are not clean by week 16. So we give individuals some time. We give them counseling. But if you cannot stay clean, if it reaches to a level that it's emergent, we will get you into action, and if necessary, we'll get you into living. But you will not graduate. The kids know that the first day, and unfortunately we had 2 kids that didn't graduate this last class because they failed their last drug test. And you know what? These kids are not laughing and giggling and walking off like I don't care. They're in tears that they don't get to graduate. So it's something they've worked hard for, and every kid wants to graduate. I have a kid that's coming into the next class that did not graduate the intake or VIDA awards night, the Thursday before graduation. After the awards night, he got caught for shoplifting. He did not graduate. That was a year and a half ago. He's coming back because he wants to graduate.
The program itself, you had the kids graduate that made it through the program, but as we talked about the array, they're hardly perfect at the end of the program either.
Well, it's not a magic pill. There are families that just ride off into the sunset. We never hear from them again. But like anything, sometimes we have to rework it and help out again.
I watched Kyle do a lot of growth in the program, and I know Jerry and I, as parents, did our own growing and our own learning. We'll talk about that in a minute, talk about some of Kyle's growth, but also learn that he wasn't perfect after the program. We'll find out why. AM 1220 KHTS.